Look, I don't want to hear nothing. Durk just blamed everything on Vonnie. Vonnie was never Durk's homie. Guess what? Them all congregated, came together and said, this the only way we gonna get Durk home. The only way we gonna get home is we blame it on this outside.
Now, hold on. King Yella is basically saying what Lil Durk and his attorney is doing is basically snitching. But Akademiks flipped this whole argument right back on him. He's basically asking if the guys that be with Lil Durk don't really rock with Vonnie like that, and the goal is to get the big homie home, what are the rules saying that you supposed to do about that? The street rules, to be exact.
King Yella, you come from the streets. I'm not from the streets. So that's why I want to talk to you, because I want to debate you on your own street politics. Y'all claim that y'all have codes and this and third. Ain't the whole goal of like the street shit be like, yo, let's protect the bag? There's a Chicago element to this where there's a lot of niggas that, and I'm not speaking about Yella in particular, but there's a lot of niggas in Chicago that Durk was applying heavy dose of belt to ass to, that because y'all couldn't get him because he was this rich, famous, whatever, now y'all could be like, y'all could play on his name.
Now this is where it get tricky, because King Yella, he's actually from that life, but Akademiks think a lot of these guys from Chicago got a whole different issue with Lil Durk that lies underneath this whole situation. But y'all hit that like, hype, and subscribe, man. We gonna tap into the thing and see what Akademiks and King Yella got to say. Let's get into it.
King Yella has jumped in the group chat, and he's on Durk's bumper, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of guys from Chicago hated the fact that Durk had this Teflon Don street image. What do I mean Teflon Don? Other than them saying he got choked out by Lil Reese, any nigga that done play with Durk ended up clapped, nigga. Anybody who done killed somebody or did something to people with him ended up as a pack. That's a fact. Whether he did it or whether he paid for it, I don't know. But let's keep it real. There's a lot of Chicago niggas that's kind of envious of how the internet looks at Durk, because even with all due respect to even Keith, like, you can't even mention Durk and Keith in the same. You know, Durk is as close as you get to King Von. King Von's is a killer, but Durk is the closest you get to it. We're having a little bit of being a boss and being that guy allegedly. There's a lot of Chicago guys that want to ruin his legacy and act like he's just one of the other people. Oh no, he's ratting now. If he's ratting now, why he ain't rat before? Why he ain't rat when they first caught him? But again, maybe that's me defending Durk, so it's okay. So let me play King Yella, okay?
Look, I don't want to hear nothing. Durk just blamed everything on Vonnie. Vonnie is the only one that want to slide for Von. Why? Because that's his best friend. He booked the flights. He did this. He did that. Hey, listen, you dealing with some Chicago slime ball ass niggas. I don't care what y'all talking about. Vonnie was never Durk's homie. Guess what? Them niggas all congregated, came together and said, fuck it. This the only way we gonna get Durk home. The only way we gonna get home is we blame it on this outside nigga. He's not a member. He never was a member. This was Von, homie, best friend since they was kids or whatever. He brought him around. Never one of them niggas.
Yo, it's interesting that, yo, King Yella, and by the way, King Yella, you know, we're gonna have the biggest coverage of this case. You could hop on here too, and me and you could debate about it, okay? We could exchange numbers, get you on Discord if you do all that. We could do that. But King Yella, I do want to point this out. You're claiming that Durk is telling. Ain't you reverse telling? So say Durk is telling, but he lying, right? So he's just saying, oh, blame it on Vonnie. Ain't you doing this video to correct the whole picture to say Durk is lying, Vonnie wasn't a member, Vonnie didn't do it? So you're basically saying, Durk, you know you did it, nigga. Don't blame somebody else. So ain't you telling? This idea of telling, we got to get back to the fundamentals. You're not getting it. This is the feds.
And this coming from a outsider, somebody just not even from the streets is telling you this, bro. That's
we ain't doing this. Ain't no pointing the elbow, dry snitching. If
you can't criticize for somebody for pointing a finger while you're pointing the finger to the other direction, bro. That's just that. You can't criticize somebody for pointing a finger while you pointing the finger in the other direction, bro.
If you don't got a 5K one letter, nigga, you basically doing whatever you can with your attorneys to try to get out of this. You basically would say, hey, maybe the facts fit somebody else. If that's what telling is, basically y'all should all stop doing crime because there's zero way out. What could Durk's defense be? The guy who rode on the plane with you was claiming you did it. he already took a deal. He already pled guilty. All Durk is saying, all right, well, if the nigga took a deal and pled guilty and is about to testify against me, the guy ain't doing none of that shit. If he said he did it, look at the evidence. The evidence matches that he did it. What the fuck that got to do with me? How is Durk telling? I'm not going for that. I'm not, but that's me personally, and that's why I said King Yella could come on here.
It's crazy, boy. He got a strong argument, but at the end of the day, boy, everybody who's in the street signed up for them street rules. But do you gotta buy by them when you become a man? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. But that's the life you choose, bro.
We could debate and we could do whatever, and even 6ix9ine, but more King Yella, because there's a Chicago element to this where there's a lot of niggas that. And I'm not speaking about Yella in particular, but there's a lot of niggas in Chicago that Durk was applying heavy dose of belt to ass to, that because y'all couldn't get him because he was this rich, famous, whatever, now y'all could be like, y'all could play on his name. Be like, oh no, he's just kind of telling now. Y'all could, come on. Okay? Come on. Come on. So I am kind of looking at these guys who are fellow people from Chicago. Y'all couldn't say nothing to Durk. When niggas was saying shit to Durk, they ended up dead. Straight up. Rest in peace, FBG Cash. When niggas was over here bucking at him when Durk was out, niggas is getting wiped off the face of the map. Now Durk is obviously caught up in some shit. People are judging his situation and ready to call him a rat because they know he can't do nothing no more. It's over. And when I mean it's over, like, he's in the custody of the federal government. You know what I mean? If the hair on King Yella was ever hurt, not saying that would be the thing, but like,
They gonna come and get
everybody's
him.
cooked.
Yeah.
Niggas owned each other loyalty. All them niggas was fake. So guess what the slime ball niggas do? We gonna get Durk home. Fuck it. Let's put it on the weakest link.
You know another reason I don't like, and that's what I'm saying, King Yella, you are invited to come on here. King Yella, you come from the streets. I'm not from the streets. So that's why I want to talk to you, because I want to debate you on your own street politics. Y'all claim that y'all have codes and this and third. Ain't the whole goal of like the street shit be like, yo, let's protect the bag? If 5 niggas in the car and Durk in the car and there's a gun in there, let's say it's Durk gun. Don't it say in the streets the real member's supposed to step up and take for? So why are you mad that let's say what you're saying is actually going on and niggas is trying to protect Durk and niggas is down to blame it on Vonnie? Why are you acting like that's not street nigga behavior? You protect the bag. You protect the kingpin. You protect the guy. I'm not saying that's what it is, but if
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. That's what John Gotti thought Sammy the Bull was gonna do. That went the total opposite way, brother. It just sound like, you know, everybody for themselves when it comes to them feds, bro, and them courtrooms, period, man.
you're claiming that is, what is the streets about? The streets have always said, yo, you protect this, you protect that. Yo, keep lawyer money for that. Like, when I realize about like some of the street shit is that the street niggas mentality come back to civilian mentality when they don't get their way. Right? How could King Yella, a nigga who been in the streets, seemingly be upset that Durk's guys is trying to figure out any way then to blame Durk? Nah, Durk ain't no, nah, it's Vonnie. Ain't that the streets, nigga?
It's simple though, that's basically telling though, to keep it real, and that's what they, you know, in some situations, I don't think if this case was as big as it was and Durk was doing this, man, it wouldn't be as publicized. I don't know. You got Whack 100 out there now, but it's still telling around the board. What makes sense in a courtroom don't always make sense in the streets.
It's the streets. Durk is the money. Durk is the voice. Durk is the bread. Ain't they supposed to? If they're not supposed to protect Durk, what's the fucking point of the streets?
Put it on the Goofy. The Goofy did that. He did this. They gonna try to say, oh.
I've heard street niggas say the opposite argument. It's not about put it on the Goofy. It's not on some, like, let's bring it back with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine couldn't walk up in there and be like, yo, Ak did everything. You know what they're gonna say? Akademiks wasn't in the car with you and Shotty when Shotty hopped out and shot at niggas in the middle of Times Square, like literally I'm down the block from the bar. None of that. Vonnie, yes, he wasn't as involved, but Vonnie did choose to get in the car. That's why, as a street dude, you shouldn't be defending Vonnie. Because Vonnie isn't me. Vonnie got in the car. Vonnie went and got those gloves. Vonnie got the mask. Vonnie booked the Airbnb. Vonnie orchestrated travel to and from the airport, got them going back to San Diego. Vonnie was as involved as anybody else. I don't care if you call him a goofy, a broofer, whatever. That nigga was involved. What are we talking about?
So basically what Act saying is tell on Vonnie because he was involved, man. I don't agree with the telling shit, period, man, but that argument is crazy. If Durk, if
the lawyer's doing that. If you allow your lawyers to blame something, you is the snitch too. Even if you didn't get on the stand, you will.
See, bro, Chicago, with all due respect, they were jealous of Durk, bro. They're desperate, trying to act like Durk is the snitch. Vonnie is not me. Vonnie is a co-conspirator. Vonnie accepted by the way, y'all use this argument with 6ix9ine, which I kind of actually agree a little bit. Now, granted, 6ix9ine tries to counter with, oh, they fucked my baby mama, but Shotty's a murderer. Like, love Shotty, but Shotty's a shooter. He's a killer, nigga. 6ix9ine agreed and utilized
this open source intelligence, boy, I'm telling you, I'm saying if he convicted of it, boy, but they boy be loose with the lips when it comes to this content, bro. I done heard him call a couple of people some notorious gangsters.
All right, Shotty, let's flock at this nigga, yo. Chief Keef coming, let's flock at him. At that point, you're not some person getting taken advantage of, even if you didn't grow up in the streets. Now, we could blame niggas for having you in the mix. Like, yes, Shotty deserves blame for having 6ix9ine in the mix, but Durk and everybody else deserves blame for having Vonnie in the mix, but it doesn't absolve Vonnie or 6ix9ine. Vonnie and 6ix9ine are kind of like the same thing, in a sense. Actually, not really, because 6ix9ine was calling the hits. 6ix9ine was saying, yo, Chief Keef, yo, put a 30-pack on that nigga.
Man, 6ix9ine is the biggest rat of them all, bro. And ain't no coming up from under that 6ix9ine. He might as well just call it a rap, bro. It's over. No matter what you do or say, don't nothing beat what you did, bro. Don't nothing beat what 6ix9ine did. Ratting is ratting, yeah, but yours the biggest. The biggest.
Some shit at him. Vonnie wasn't doing that. But did Vonnie set it up? Yes. Was Vonnie the closest to the nigga who had the bread? Yes.
Agreed to let your lawyer say that. As simple as that. I don't want to hear the world saying, oh, Durk not it, nigga. Durk told them that Durk agreed with this.
You know the funny part about this? Bro, how could Durk tell on Vonnie when Vonnie already gave full statements and has immunity and told on everything already? So the idea that Vonnie has already confessed, now you can't mention his confession because you're telling? That's all, in my opinion, that's what Durk is doing. Vonnie confessed. He's pled guilty. He's waiting to snitch to get a 5K1 letter. It's not that he's fighting for his life. Vonnie already admitted, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that.
So what Durk basically doing is verifying that he did everything that he said did, but checked off that, you know what I'm saying, he was checking in with Lil Durk.
So Durk referencing what he already admitted to have done, how is that telling? The idea of telling is like your man didn't admit it. Your man is over there fighting it. Vonnie said, I did it. I did it, y'all. I did it. It's me. It's me.
Shit, nigga. Trial is going on and Durk blaming everything on OTF Vonnie. At the end of the day, is he wrong? He ain't wrong. Fuck him. This is what people do. The streets are dead. This shit is over with. It's been over with. It's either your life or my life. And guess who life I'm gonna pick? My life, nigga. So a lot of these niggas be doing all that.
That's a Figaro fact. I didn't know he was gonna say that, but that's crazy right there that he said that. Is Lil Durk wrong for picking his life over somebody else's? No, he ain't wrong for that. Them boys was about to drown him. They was gonna drown him, but street code ethics, he did bad to the street. Now, if he get out, he can't go to the streets no more.
You a real nigga, you gonna go down and da-da-da. These niggas not going down. It's a new day, bro. It's not back in the day. These niggas don't have morals, principles is your life or my life. And my life come first, so fuck your life. And that's what Durk just did. That's gonna be the only way Durk gonna come from this shit. All them niggas, Ace Boogie, OTF DD, all them niggas done set back to, you don't think they were sending kites to each other? They sending kites to each other. How we gonna come from under this? Ain't no way to come up from under this shit unless we blame it on the goofy. And guess what? They blaming it on the goofy. I told y'all this shit is crazy, but your favorite rapper not as gangster as you think he is. Simple.
Hold on, we got King Yella. I think we got King Yella on the line. Yo, Remo, what's cracking? Okay, all right. I think we're gonna get King Yella on the line. I told King Yella, call in, shout to King Yella. We want to have a conversation about what he said, because I disagree with it. I disagree with it. I know we have a different perspective. I respect where he from the rack, so we gonna obviously have respect. But yo,
what up? Hold on, let me merge calls right now.
all right.
Yo, Yella.
Yo, Yella.
Yeah.
Yella, you here?
What's up?
Yo,
Yeah, what's up, nigga?
Yo, Big Ak is here. We just seen your video, man. I think your video is a little skewed. I seen your video on Durk.
Man, hey, listen, I'm going off what the nigga just said. At the end of the day, hey, whatever, I don't know. I'm not there. That's just what I just saw in the paperwork, in the news, shit. Just like 6ix9ine saying what he's saying.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not no fucking, I just put my 2 cents on it, but whatever the fuck, whatever's going on, Remo just told me something else, but I don't know. He's saying that nigga, the lawyers. I mean, Vonnie admitted to everything already.
Yeah, you're admitted to it.
If your lawyer go in the courtroom and blame and still say, whoopty whoop whoop did it, and you still behind your lawyer, so you in control of what your lawyer say. Your lawyer can't just go point fingers at the next nigga without taking that up with you.
No. Hey, listen. My argument won't be that Durk didn't know his lawyer was gonna do this. My argument is the overall strategy. Yo, if a nigga already copping to it, he says, I did it, I'm taking a plea. Now he's snitching, and they try to bring you in. You can't be like, bro, why y'all over here got me in here? This nigga admitted to everything. He admitted to that, and that. He gave himself up. Just go with him.
Hey, here's the thing with me though, right? You hear me?
Go ahead.
Fuck Vonnie. He don't know Vonnie anyway. Them niggas already. What I feel, them niggas already said that's what Boogie and them was probably gonna do to Durk. That's Von homie. That's not his friend. At the end of the day, this nigga said he did it already. Why not blame everything on him? He already admitted to it. He did.
Hey, you the first person that I heard kind of like extrapolate on that. Well, I heard Trench's News kind of talk about it too. Hey, wait. So is that Durk fuck up for like? All right, let's say this went down how the feds say it went down. Why do you think if Durk, Durk been in the Durk's a reputable nigga, right? You don't think Durk no goofy, right? You don't think he's like some green ass nigga, right?
No, he ain't no green ass nigga, but he is a goofy because he just did a lot of goofy shit to harm his life. So that makes you a goofy for doing the wrong shit to put yourself in harm's way of fighting for your life and taking yourself from your kids and your family. That's the real goofy. But
wait, hold on.
Street politics and all that, how the streets gonna look at it. I mean, of course, being a killer, being the lifestyle, you're a real nigga for the shit that you're supposed to do as a stand-up nigga. But as a civilian or a real person of how life's supposed to be, you a goofy by making those decisions at the end of the day. So the niggas that's doing the shit in the streets and not getting out of the streets, the niggas in the streets are losing, gang. That's simple as that. So you're a goofy. So everything that they taught us being in the streets, you're a goofy. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you the question directly. If what you're saying is correct, Vonnie wasn't even like that. Why is it a fatal mistake that Durk? Let's say Durk did it. Let's say we're just making believe. If Durk would have Vonnie involved, it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm friends with a lot of people who I think they're real niggas. If they ever call me up and say, yo, Ak, I bet. So, yo, line him up over there and we gonna come kill him. If they call me up with that call, I'd have been like, you might as well just call the feds. Like, nigga, this ain't happen. Why would any of my friends that are real niggas call me up when the crime is happening? Like, it's academic.
Hey, let me tell you.
That's a real individual, boy.
Vonnie not the nigga that knew what was going on. You know why Bonnie's snitching on Durk? You know why he's telling on Durk?
Put me
I'm
on
gonna tell you what them niggas did. Them grimy ass, backdoor ass Chicago niggas did shit and made Bonnie do shit, and Bonnie did not know what he was doing. Hey, book these flights, or grab this, or go grab this. Bonnie not asking no questions. Like, Bonnie just doing his job as a manager or as a person that I don't think Bonnie really knew what was going on.
Nah.
This boy making a defense for the not the defense team, but he making an argument for the prosecutors right now. Y'all listen to it, man. He making an argument for the prosecutors.
Stop it. You really think that? Stop it.
I don't think Bonnie was really into the street politics. I think that he was
if he was buying masks and gloves, what do you think he thought it was gonna happen? You think they're in California? What do you think it was COVID protection? What do you?
So you think he doing that for the videos and the concerts?
What do you think he thought it was?
Man, he was in California, man. He probably didn't know, man. Durk just said, man, go grab this, go grab that, man. Some niggas, you got some niggas green like that. I got niggas that, hey man, you a store runner. Hey, go grab this for the store. You think he gonna question what I need it for? That ain't none of his business. Just go get what I asked you to get.
Ain't no way Bonnie's that. No.
Man, how ain't no way Bonnie is that way? He's a nigga that he admitted to it.
He admitted to it because he's cooked. He's caught on video at the In-N-Out. He's caught on video getting the stuff. He's pretty much, remember, he's pretty much the do boy for Durk. But it's not that he ain't want, like, why would he get on that plane? Like, to act like he was just a nigga doing his job and then Durk and them, like, you know what I mean, he got caught up in some shit. He ain't know what he was doing. I think that's crazy. You don't think he knew what he was doing?
Man, this whole thing is tricky because legally, Lil Durk's lawyer, they only got one job to do, and that's to get their client home. And ain't that what they get paid to do? Now, but if we going straight off the street rules and street rules only, that these guys spent years talking and rapping about in their lyrics and stuff like that, then I understand where Akademiks is coming from. According to the street rules, you are not supposed to point no fingers at nobody. And you know what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm not gonna automatically hold this against Lil Durk for the rest of his life, man, because if he so happen to come home and survive this situation, bro, and leave the street image alone and keep pushing the positive tip, bro, you can only, you know what I'm saying, accept that as a man. But if he come out on that rah-rah stuff, get back into that music, man, where he's, you know what I'm saying, identifying as a street individual again, then everything that just played out in this courtroom today will be thrown right back in his face. But as far as King Yella, I'm not saying that he's jealous of Lil Durk or anything like that, but there's enough information there to show you that he's really is not going to judge this whole situation, you know what I'm saying, from an unbiased standpoint. But I don't know, man. Do y'all think Akademiks got a right for calling the street rules out, or do y'all think King Yella wrong for calling out Lil Durk and his attorney team for basically saying he's snitching? Y'all let me know in the comment section. This your boy BT Scoop, the Metaverse Umpire. I'm out.